Nicole Kidman thought she had forever with Keith Urban, but behind the smiles and red carpet kisses, everything was falling apart. According to insiders, she never saw it coming. For years, they looked like Hollywood's unbreakable couple, the perfect mix of love, talent, and stability. But now, whispers say the cracks had been there for a long time, and Nicole was the only one still trying to fix them. She was fighting for a marriage that, deep down, Keith had already left behind. But when she realized what he'd decided, it was already too late. What really went wrong between Nicole and Keith? Let's break it down. What do you think? Was this love story doomed from the start? Let me know in the comments. They were the fairy tale couple everyone believed in. Nicole Kidman, the Oscar-winning actress who'd already survived one public heartbreak, and Keith Urban, the charming country singer with a heart of gold. They met in 2005 at the G-Day LA event where sparks reportedly flew instantly. A year later, they were married in a romantic Sydney ceremony that looked straight out of a movie. He sang about her. She called him her rock. And for a while, that's exactly what he was. They looked unstoppable, from red carpets to quiet Nashville nights with their daughters. Hollywood loved them because they seemed real, not performative, not strategic, just love. But as the saying goes, the higher the climb, the harder the fall. Do you remember their early interviews together? They looked so in sync, right?
But while fans saw smiles, friends saw distance. As Nicole's filming schedule grew heavier, often overseas for months at a time, Keith's world revolved around touring, recording, and maintaining his country stardom. According to sources, the couple started living separate lives during the summer months, long before the divorce rumors hit headlines. E! News reported that Nicole spent most of her time in Nashville with their kids, while Keith was constantly on the road. She thought it was just another rough patch. One insider said, he thought it was the end. And here's the thing, love can survive distance, but not disconnection. Nicole reportedly kept believing they'd find their way back. Keith, on the other hand, had already emotionally checked out. Do you think long-distance love can really last in Hollywood? Drop your thoughts below.
When the news finally came, Nicole was blindsided. Reports from The List claimed she had no idea Keith was planning to separate. She was still talking about getting back together when he'd already made his decision. Friends said she cried for days, devastated and betrayed. Isla Fisher, one of Nicole's closest friends, was allegedly shocked when she heard the news. To everyone around her, it seemed like Nicole was still clinging to hope, while Keith had already started living like a single man. She believed counseling could help, one friend told Us Weekly, but Keith had moved past that point. And just when Nicole was trying to heal, the rumor mill started spinning out of control. If you've ever been blindsided by someone you trusted, you know how that feels, right? Not long after the split news, social media exploded with speculation. Fans began to notice Keith's interactions with his guitarist Maggie Waugh. Friendly, playful, and, according to some, too close. Now, let's be clear. Sources close to Keith have firmly denied anything inappropriate. Maggie's own team even called the rumors completely false. But in the world of celebrity gossip, once a story catches fire, it's almost impossible to put it out. For Nicole, even hearing those whispers must have been excruciating. After all, she was already questioning everything. Sometimes it's not the rumors themselves, it's what they make you imagine that hurts most. And instead of firing back or speaking out, Nicole stayed silent. She focused on her daughters, she focused on her work, she focused on surviving. What do you think? Should celebrities address rumors head on, or is silence more powerful? If you've seen Nicole lately, you can tell. She's hurting, but she's healing. She's been showing up to Paris Fashion Week, charity events, and premieres, always smiling. Fans notice that her eyes look softer, more reflective, like someone who's been through fire but came out stronger. Her daughter, Sunday Rose, even shared a rare candid photo of Nicole, sitting by the water, peaceful but deep in thought. Fans flooded the comments. She looks so calm, like she finally found herself again. In an interview with Harper's Bazaar, Nicole said, "No matter how painful something is, there is a way through." She's not pretending it didn't hurt. She's showing that she can rise from it. And honestly, don't you love seeing women handle heartbreak with that kind of grace? Here's where things get even more emotional. According to Daily Mail, one insider claimed she would get back with him in a heartbeat. That single quote sent the internet into overdrive. People started asking, is she still in love with him, or is she just holding on to the memory of what they used to be? Because sometimes the heart doesn't listen to logic. Maybe, deep down, Nicole still believes in the love they had, the kind that doesn't disappear just because the world stops watching. And who could blame her? After all, when you've built a life with someone, it's not easy to just close that door forever. What about you? Do you believe people can fall in love again with the same person? Meanwhile, fans are convinced Keith has been speaking through his music. His new song, Straight Line, has lyrics that raise eyebrows. Why are we living every day in circles, just burning out? He even posted, "Straight Line is about breaking out of a soul-sucking routine and finding freedom." Was he talking about fame or about his marriage? Keith insists fans are reading too much into it, but sometimes music says what words can't. People close to him say he's been quieter lately, reflective. He's focusing on writing, performing, and staying close to family. But that spark in his eyes when he talks about Nicole, it's still there. Maybe he regrets how things ended. Maybe he doesn't. But one thing's clear, the story isn't finished. Despite everything, Nicole and Keith are staying united where it matters most, for their daughters, Sunday and Faith. Their parenting plan reportedly emphasizes mutual respect and ongoing love for their children. They've been spotted together at family events, maintaining calm, mature energy. No drama, no bitterness. And honestly, that says a lot about who they are. Maybe their romantic story ended, but their family story continues. Because sometimes endings aren't failures. They're just the start of a new kind of love. Do you think they'll ever find their way back to each other? Let me know below. No matter what the truth is behind the headlines, one thing's for sure. Love that deep doesn't just vanish. Nicole Kidman was blindsided, yes, but she didn't let it break her. She transformed pain into power and showed the world what resilience really looks like. And as for Keith Urban, well, maybe one day we'll get the real story. Until then, the silence between them speaks volumes. If you love following Hollywood's most unexpected breakups and second chances, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell, because this story, it's still unfolding.